Hey, how's it going, guys? So, in case you didn't hear, Activision said, I think it was about a week ago, or this week pretty much, that Sledgehammer's COD game for this year, the 2017 COD, is going to go back to its roots. Now, whether that means it's going to be a World War II COD, or if it's going to be a boots-on-ground COD, I wanted to talk about how this could affect zombies. So Treyarch have pretty much concluded their Black Ops storyline. I think, Black Ops 3, it wasn't that good of a story, but it felt like an ending to it, and I don't know if you could continue on for it anymore. I'm pretty sure they'd want to start like kind of a new story, a new timeline, maybe have a few references to the Black Ops series, but I just think they want to start from scratch. Likewise, we've also heard the same thing with zombies. I think Blundell said that, Black Ops 3 was going to put brackets on the story as a whole, and the next game would be a new story, and I don't know if that means forgetting everything we know in this zombies and just starting afresh, or starting a new story that, has a few small connections to the past story. Now, admittedly, it doesn't affect it at face value. I mean, Black Ops 3 at first, all those maps take place in the 40s, whereas the main campaign game takes place in like 2065 or some shit like that. So while it doesn't affect what year and time the zombie story maps would take place, it can affect other things like weapons. They're the most notable example. As I said, Black Ops 3 Zombies is in the 40s, but all our weapons are like futuristic with, a few exceptions and a few reimaginings of old weapons like the MX Garand and the HD-40, but the weapons are part of the charm, part of the feel of the game. I've always thought that the Black Ops 3 mystery box weapons had no soul to them, like they just all felt really interchangeable, whereas Black Ops 2 to World at War and Black Ops 1 as well, all the weapons felt unique and it added something to it. It could also just be that Black Ops 3 had a ton of like made up weapons and stuff, but yeah. And the next thing that can be affected is mechanics. In Der Eisendrache during the anti-gravity and in Revelations during that part, you did see that the characters got a low gravity and they also got a double jump, which is pretty much just using the jetpacks from the campaign. So depending on the year and the time frame or what kind of story they're going to do in the campaign, we may not see those kind of mechanics again. And I guess the last thing is also story reasons. Now, it really hasn't been much of a thing for Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, but Black Ops 1 especially and World at War, stuff in the campaign was kind of connected to zombies. In the Black Ops 1 campaign level WMD, you get some intel for it, and it talks about Lev Kravchenko, who's an antagonist in that game in Black Ops 2, and they talk about how his cousin was at the massacre of Der Riese. So that tells us there was a battle at Der Riese. As well as that, we have Ascension and Gershon Yuri. They're part of the Ascension group, and the Ascension group were a part of the campaign. Now, as we've gone more into the future with Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, I don't think there's been any connections. There might be one or two, but hardly any. And with a new time frame, depending on how early it could go or when they want to start the new zombie story off, we could see some connections with that campaign. They could do a World at War II type of game, or maybe something in the 60s like Black Ops 1 or 80s even, and they could connect it to the old story, but it's completely up to whoever's writing the zombie story. At this point in time, it seems like they more want to talk about their new story with Black Ops 3, so it's kind of a two-way street. But then again, you could do another 2065 game for Black Ops 3. I know we'd all hate that, but let's just say that happened. But their new zombie story could start off at that year as well. I don't know how that's explained, but let's just say their new zombie story started off that year. They could connect the two. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen with Treyarch 2018. But I'm also very excited for Sledgehammer's new game. It's going to be interesting to see what Return to Roots means. As I said at the start, will it be a return to World War II, or will it just be a return to boots on ground and, maybe be a modern game? And from there, I guess we can start speculating about Treyarch. If Sledgehammer does a World War II game, would Treyarch do a World War II game as well? Would they do two of them in a row, or would Treyarch do something different? That's it, guys. I don't think I've really got a question with this one. I guess it's just more of like my thoughts and a statement on the whole thing. I guess if I had to ask one, I guess it would be, when do you think Treyarch's 2018 game will occur? Like, do you think it'll be a 40s game, a 60s game, an 80s game, or whatever? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys later. Cheers!